welcome to Macjon's Cooking Show, and I'm in my kitchen here at Alibi in Westchester, and I have something special for you. Tracy is back, guys, from vacation, and she's going to be with us at the Cajun cooking party, and she's going to be one of our waitresses. Is the food great or what?
It's wonderful.
Good stuff? Should they come out and see us?
We'd love to come out and see us. We'll be here. I'll be one of your waitresses here at Alibi's.
That's it. Okay, thank you very much, hon. I know you have chores you got to do, so you go do what you have to do, and I'm going to get back to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll see you. Well, that was fun, folks. Okay, I want to bring up a couple of things that's going on right now. Some public announcement type stuff. On August 22nd, here at Alibi's, upstairs in my private dining room and bar area overlooking the stage, we're having from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock a Creole feast. And it's going to be a bunch of crawdads and some of my specials: gumbo, red beans and rice, jambalaya, etouffee. And I want you all to come out and see me. Now here's the thing, folks. I have to have your reservations for your tickets in by the 20th of this month. So you have plenty of time. It's $13.95 a head for the dinner, and how many folks are there? I'm divided into the cost of the bag of crawfish, and that's going on plus gratuity. So the more of you that are there, the less it's going to cost you for your crawdads. So get up, pick up the phone, call me, 436-0287. The number's right down here. Call me, make your reservation. And now, the other thing I wanted to do in the public announcement is Ellie Brown, my sweet friend up at the Flowing Springs, her and Mark are having a talent show. It's a summer jamboree and talent show, okay? I don't know if you can get a shot there, Griff, but there it is. It's a summer jamboree and talent show, okay? And let me read to you folks what's on here. Tuesday the 4th, Tuesday the 11th, and Tuesday the 18th of this month between 8 and 10 are the tryouts. And then the final performance is going to be 9 o'clock to whatever on Friday the 7th, Friday the 14th, and Friday the 21st. Now, the person that wins this, first place, is going to have a trip to the islands. Now, I don't know what island they're talking about. It could be an island off of Manayunk somewhere, but it's a free trip, all expense paid. And I'll tell you what, I wish I wasn't working, folks, because, you know, I like to do that kind of stuff. I took third in the talent show around here once, I heard. Now, let's get down to cooking. Enough of the public announcement stuff and enough of the talking. Let's get right down to it. Now, what I have here, folks, in this bowl is Dijon mustard, okay? Now, I want to show you how to make a vinaigrette. And what we do is we're going to take oil. You could use olive oil, regular table oil, anything that fits your diet, but you're going to put the oil slowly into the vinegar. And when you do that, it emulsifies. You're making an emulsification here of the oil and the mustard. And you see how it's already starting to grow because the oil is being married, and you add it slowly, it's being married into the mustard. Now, if you add too much oil, you might have to add a little bit of water to get it to come back. So add it slow, and don't be afraid to whip it hard, because that's what it's going to take to get it to marry. You got to get that whip going through. Now, I'm doing it this way for you so I could take some time up to show you how it's done. Normally, I would just put it into my blender or my mixing bowl up on my counter and just turn the machine on and start to add. But see how it's growing? It's absorbing the oil into the mustard, and it's growing. Now, this is a very good way, by the way, to expand and stretch out your mustard for you folks that have little delis and luncheonettes and whatnot, and you want to get the more bang for your buck. That's a really good way to take an expensive mustard and make it grow. It still spreads right, it still works right. It's great for basting meats, by the way. Okay, now, we got this coming up like that. It's looking good. I'm going to put my oil back. Now I'm going to take red wine vinegar, and I'm going to start adding that slowly because I don't want it to break. But it'll start to thin down with that, okay? But we want it to stay congealed. I want to say hi to Bruce Gilmore and Jan Gilmore. I want to say hi to my father, Bucky DeLuca, I want to wish him all the luck in the Marlin tournament. Say hi to my son John and my daughter Jennifer. Attorney Mitch Crane, I want to thank him and love him. And Miss Kitty, I appreciate all the support and backbone you've been giving us in the show here and everything else we've been doing. I want to add that Chip French has got Orleans open down in Paoli. It's a good place to go. If you're down there, pop in. Nice thing about the restaurant and bar business, folks, there's enough of it out there for everybody. Go out and enjoy the scene. It's fun. Okay, now, when you get it to the consistency that you so desire, and this is looking pretty good for my desires here, I feel I can work with that real well. I'll put my vinegar back away. Let's see. Now I'm going to bring out some celery salt. Add a little bit of celery salt to it, just to get some of that flavor of the celery in there, because it's going to go on salad. And I took from my garden, Miss Kitty's garden. Miss Kitty, she grows beautiful basil, huh? My grandmother, when I was a boy, she used to take a little leaf of basil and she used to take it, crumple up, and go like this behind the ear. So you go down the street smelling extremely Italian, but at the same time, smelling good. You know, it's they used to take the mint and put it in the wash water, and when they scrubbed the floors in the house smelled like mint. It smelled wonderful. Okay, now, I'm going to take this fresh basil, and I'm making a basil vinaigrette, okay? I take my fresh basil, and I chop her up real nice alike. And I know Olga DeLuca, she would like to have this vinaigrette in her refrigerator. I'll tell you what, one of the finest chefs in the world is my mom. Bunny, you can cook, baby. Okay, now, you mix that in there. You let it steep a little bit inside. You know, you put this away, and tomorrow it'll be really good. Now, I'm going to come in with a little bit of pepper. I want black pepper, not white. A little bit of black pepper. There's enough salt in the mustard. I don't need any more salt. And that's that. Now you could throw onion in there, green onion, anything else you'd like, but that's how I'd like it right there. That's fine enough for this chef, okay? Now, let me find a place where I can put that. I'll show you the pouring consistency. Now, you see this here? When I slowly pour this, you see that? It's like a cream. It's almost like cream, okay? All right? So that's that, okay? We got that out of our way. Now, someone called and asked me to take the time to show the sauce for the buffalo wings. Remember when I was making buffalo wings? Well, I didn't make the sauce because I had it made. I just pulled it and used it. I want to show you something. Now, I took the liberty to take a full gallon of red hot sauce, okay? I took a full gallon and I put it into a pot and I let it come to a boil. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pound of butter, a whole pound, and I'm putting that pound of butter in there. Now I'm going to let that butter melt. We want that butter to help cream and smooth out the hot, okay? Now we'll just put it in here and we'll let it melt a little bit. And while that's doing that, I'm going to show you something else. I have here clear gel. Clear gel is the same thing as cornstarch, but the only difference is when you chill it down, it doesn't get rock hard. It stays smooth, and you can pour it out, just like if you were using arrowroot to tighten up. The only difference is arrowroot has a bitter back taste, clear gel doesn't. Now, you could buy clear gel in your good IGAs. Okay, I found that your IGAs are the stores that carry things like clear gels, especially out near your Honeybrook and your Lancaster, New Holland areas where you have more bulk cooking going on. You have more farmer-oriented people. They tend to use certain products, different products than you'd find in the inner cities. So I suggest you get yourself in the car, drive out to Blue Ball, to the Shady Maple, walk through their bulk section, and folks, you're going to find out things. Give you an idea. $2.70 for a big bag of vegetable pasta. Now, if you would buy this by the boxes, you'd spend about $6. So that's what I'm telling you. You take the day and go out there, and if you have yourselves a good-sized pantry, you're going to be doing yourselves a favor. Now, the butter had melted. This is to a temperature where it's almost boiling. I'm going to mix up my clear gel in my water. It's about a 50-50 mixture, okay? I go in here because I let it sit on the bottom, and you know how they get, it gets like a little bit of plaster down there. You got to get it moving around and get it suspended in the water, and then it moves. But if you let it sit, it gets hard. Okay, now, my stuff's coming to a boil here. I'm going to add my cornstarch or my clear gel, okay? And what it's going to do is help tighten this up a little bit. And we'll let it come to another boil. Don't be afraid to let it sit for a minute or two. Don't be in a hurry. Too often, everybody's in a hurry, and then things don't work. And they say, how come it doesn't work? Now, the reason why we like it this consistency is so it'll cling to our chicken when we make our chicken. Now, I'm going to take this sauce. I'll take it over here. Handle's hot. I'm going to pour it into my container. And that is how you make buffalo wing sauce, folks. It's not difficult. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do that, okay? I suggest that you make it. You can put it to the side. You can come back and use it anytime. It stays fresh forever. Nothing's going to grow in that, folks. That is really hot, okay? Now, speaking of really hot, someone else said to me, Chef, you make the best salsa. How come your salsa is so good and ours isn't? Well, let's see how I approach it. I have some dried cilantro. You can use it fresh. I dry it out just a little bit. It makes it easier for you to work with. I'll chop it up. It's a condensed flavor when it's dried. Okay? Now that's cilantro. What that is, it's the leaf of coriander. Now I have a can of tomato juice. Then a can of crushed tomatoes and another can of crushed tomatoes. So I just put about a half a gallon of liquid in there of tomatoes. Tomato juice and crushed tomato. Next, I'm going to take an onion. And since I'm doing 3 onions, I'm going to do this step all at one time, the same steps. Because you don't pick up your knife and put it down. You know, every time I pick up my knife, I like to get paid for it. Doesn't always work that way, but that's what I like. Now, we'll get the debris out of the way. Let me find where I made that incision. By the way, everybody's gardens are growing great this year. It's been the strangest summer I've ever seen. Well, I'll give you an idea. My first eggplant grown in a garden, never been done before. Miss Kitty knows how to prepare a garden. Listen to this. Can you hear that? That is solid, folks. That's not air in there. That's pure meat. That's great stuff. Everything's been growing really good this year. Okay, now, we take our onions, we turn them down like this, and then we get ready to do the big chop chop. The big chop chop, okay? We'll just put them right into the pot, right there. Chop chop. And I'm starting to get used to my glasses, folks. Every time I bend my head down now, they don't fall off. It took a while. Felt like I was having walleye vision. I just saw that movie Hot Shot the other day. I'll tell you what, that was funny. By the way, the songwriting competition here was excellent. It was really fun. We have a lot of fun here at Alibi's. We really do. You got to come and see us. pop your head in the kitchen and say, I'm here, feed me, and I'll cook for you special. You won't even need the menu. Okay, a couple more onions here. I think that's enough onion for there. Now, some jalapenos or jalapenos. And you notice I didn't say onion. Yeah, right, Strap. That Justin Wilson turkey. You'd think after a year of harassing that bird, he'd be flying up here to have a cook-off with me. No character. That's okay. We know who can cook, don't we? Okay, now, we have our jalapenos, or jalapenos. We chop them up real good. Don't worry about the seeds. They help things come right along. They take these bad boys right in there. Don't you know? There we are. Okay, now, what do I have here? Tomatoes, fresh ones. Chop, chop, chop. Fresh tomatoes. Some more fresh tomatoes. Isn't this fun? Having fun yet? Now, I don't know if it's Thursday or Saturday when you're watching this show, but I want to say good morning to those on Saturday, and I'd like to say good evening to those on Thursday. Okay, we're coming around the mountain on this, folks. I mean, you know, I'm making it fresh right before your eyes. I mean, there isn't much to know. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this, as Bob Kirk from Toby Hill always says. And I'll tell you what, you want to get some good meat, folks, you go out to see Bob Kirk at Toby Hill. He's got the stuff. Okay, now, put in my cilantro. Put that there. Some cumin. Come on over. A little bit of black pepper. That sounds crazy. But remember when I made my buffalo wing sauce? Don't tell anybody. That's my secret additive. Don't let anybody know that now. It's a secret. Yeah, right. Here we go. Now, folks, what's missing? I'll tell you what's missing. Belle pepper. I was speaking French, just in case you guys wanted to know. Yeah, right. Okay, here we go. Chop, chop, chop. A little bit of chop, chop here. Chop, chop there. Here, chop, there, chop. Okay, we're coming around the mountain. I know I'm getting up against the clock, folks. Now, the crew is going on vacation. Everybody needs a little bit of time to get things done. You know, it's the end of the summer. So we're going to repeat this show. You're going to see it twice. But I want to say that on the 22nd of this month, I'm having a Cajun crawfish feast here. It's $13.95 a head, plus splitting the cost of the crawfish and gratuity. It's a cash bar. It's going to be held upstairs, so you're away from all the commotion downstairs. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there. I want to see you. Come on and see me. We'll talk about old times. And set something up where if there's something special you want to eat, come into the kitchen and tell me. If I have the materials, folks, it'll be made for you. And I don't print everything I can cook on a menu. Okay, there it is. Fresh salsa, made before you're out. Let me pull some out, put it onto a plate so you can see the consistency of it. It's nice stuff, it's fresh, it's healthy, okay? Now, I want to thank you all very much for tuning into the Macjon Cooking Show this summer. And I stress to you this summer I've been doing nothing but vegetables, good vegetables. Now, my tip of the day, which I'm going to incorporate right into my show. You take an ear of corn, a whole ear of corn, You come up to your microwave, you put it in your microwave, you put it on high for 1.5 minutes. Okay? For 1.5 minutes, just like I put it. Now the Indians used to take it like this and throw it onto their fires. And then they would take it and they would peel it down. Okay? They would just peel it down like this and hold it like this, right here. Okay? That's how simple it is. That looks like an ice cream cone or something, doesn't it? Now, I want you to notice something about this corn. Let me come close here so you can see this. See how nice these rows are? How nice, tight packed these are? This is really well-grown corn here. Okay? I have seen some terrible corn this summer, but this corn is a beautiful corn. It's local stuff. It's grown right out there near Bowmansville. Okay, Macjon's tip of the week. As I said, the best way to cook corn, just like the Indians, but they didn't have a microwave. They threw theirs on a fire. I popped mine in the microwave, still like this. You ready for this, folks? It's hot, steaming, beautiful, and there you go. You hold it like this and you eat it. It's great. All the nutrition was kept inside. You didn't boil it away. That was Macjon's tip of the week. Trace, come here, hon. We want to tell everybody.
Come on out on the 22nd and make all reservations by the 20th.
That's right. Macjon's Cajun Feast, the first one of this summer. We'll see you later.